When you're dealing with unwanted, intrusive thoughts about your partner's past, it can be very easy to fall into a trap of wondering constantly whether or not you're in the right relationship, whether the problem truly belongs to you, or maybe retroactive jealousy is a sign that you should move on. In today's video, I'm going to try to provide some insight into how you can determine if you're in the right relationship while struggling with retroactive jealousy. My name is Zachary Stockill, and since 2013, I've helped thousands of men and women from all over the world beat retroactive jealousy and save their relationships. If you'd like more information about my work, or you'd like to work with me one-on-one, please visit my website at retroactivejealousy.com. For the people here for the first time, the term retroactive jealousy refers to unwanted intrusive thoughts, often obsessive curiosity, and what I like to call mental movies about your partner's past relationships and/or sexual/dating history. You can suffer from one of those symptoms, you can suffer from all three, but that, in essence, is what we call retroactive jealousy. So how can you separate the noise, the mental noise created by retroactive jealousy from genuine relationship concerns or concerns about your partner's values? Let's dig in. My first tip is to look beyond retroactive jealousy. How do you feel about your partner? How do you feel about your partner's past when the intrusive thoughts aren't there? Of course, emotions can fluctuate up and down, but healthy relationships are founded on true trust, true love, a sense of deep security, and an orientation towards growth. You should be feeling like you're moving forward in the relationship and moving forward as a couple. And if you're not, it could be a sign that you're in the wrong relationship. So pay attention to how you feel when you're thinking relatively calmly, when you're feeling relatively grounded. How do you feel about your partner and their past in those moments? My second tip is to identify your core relationship values. What really matters to you when it comes to life and when it comes to love? You can ask yourself when you're feeling calm, do you and your partner share complementary or compatible life goals and life values? Do you feel respected, heard, and supported? Is there a sense of mutual trust and emotional safety? Remember that a good relationship isn't about perfection, because a perfect relationship doesn't exist. But I think in large part it's about alignment of vision and alignment of values. Another tip is to check for consistency versus chaos. Healthy relationships provide a sense of emotional consistency, at least in large part. Unhealthy relationships tend towards emotional chaos, instability, crazy fights, all that sort of stuff. Unhealthy relationships involve things like infidelity, dishonesty, and broken trust. Retroactive jealousy can create a sense of chaos in your mind, but the relationship itself should feel relatively grounded and safe. And if it doesn't, there's a serious problem there. Another piece of advice is to take some time to identify your conflict style and your mutual efforts at conflict resolution. So every couple argues from time to time, as we all know, every couple fights. But how you resolve those conflicts, how you resolve those fights matters a great deal. Are you able to resolve conflicts with your partner with a sense of mutual respect and understanding? Does your partner acknowledge your struggle, or do they simply dismiss your feelings? Something to keep in mind here. The best way I've heard this put is, it's not about fighting, it's about how you fight. And if you don't fight well, if you don't settle differences amicably, at least eventually, if you don't have healthy conflict resolution, it's going to make for a long and tedious relationship that will eventually fizzle out. Also, make an effort to distinguish. If you're struggling with retroactive jealousy and you're wondering if you're in the right relationship, also keep in mind the difference between genuine fear and intuition. Fear fuels retroactive jealousy. I always say that there is some experience of fear involved in 100% of cases of retroactive jealousy. But your deepest intuition can help guide you toward your deepest truth. So close your eyes and ask yourself, and be brutally honest with yourself when you respond. If I were to wake up tomorrow morning with no retroactive jealousy, would I still want to be with this person? What does our relationship look like aside from retroactive jealousy? If your answer is a wholehearted yes to the question of whether you would still want to be with this person if there was no retroactive jealousy, chances are good that you are in the right relationship. Remember that in your relationship, if trust is consistently broken, if boundaries are disrespected, if there's an ongoing sense of emotional abuse, these are danger signs, these are warning signs, and they deserve deep and careful reflection before you proceed in that relationship. And remember that healthy relationships feel safe, and you should have an alignment of values, even when you're struggling with retroactive jealousy. Remember that doubts fueled by retroactive jealousy are not necessarily reliable indicators of the quality of your relationship. And if you want help working through this kind of thing, if you're struggling with retroactive jealousy and you're having questions about your compatibility with your partner, if you're having questions about your partner's values, and you want to arrive at a place of clarity and peace of mind, I can help. For over 11 years, I've been working with men and women from around the world, helping them get to the bottom of these questions, helping them move on from retroactive jealousy, and helping them put this problem behind them for good. So if you want my help to beat retroactive jealousy, get clear about your values, get clear about your partner's values, click the link above my head to learn about one-on-one coaching with yours truly. You can also click a link in the description of this video. And to everyone else, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. If you benefited from this video, please take a moment to let me know by clicking the like button below. Leave a comment, tell me what you think, and be sure to subscribe to my channel to be notified of new videos moving forward. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you again soon.